everyone, it's Coffee and Colouring here and welcome back to another video. So this is going to be my May 2021 completed pages video. I have been so excited all month to film this video and I feel like it really motivated me to keep on colouring. This month I have coloured from 11 different colouring books and I have coloured a total of 15 pictures. So that is a lot for me. In my last completed pages video, which was May last year actually, so it's like a 1-year anniversary, I am pretty certain I coloured a total of 7 pictures, so 15 is a lot for me. And I am actually going to show you in order, like the exact order that I coloured each book in throughout the month. I wrote down everything I coloured and all the books I coloured from, like as I went through the month, so I wouldn't forget. So without further ado, I am finally going to get into this video for you guys and show you what I've coloured. So the very first book I coloured in the month of May was from Misfits, a Halloween colouring book, volume 6, which is one of my favourites. And before I get into this, I also completely forgot about Mermaid for this month. So I actually have done 0 mermaid pictures. So I'm sorry that I wasn't involved in that, but hopefully next year I can remember and actually be involved. So I've done 3 different pictures in this book, but I'll show you the very first one I did for the month of May. This one. So this one is called Poison, and this one was done with just Ohuhu markers and a white jelly roll for the outlines. I was super proud with how this turned out, like all the colours and blending and the purples. Even this little bottle here, I was really happy with it. And this picture really got me back into colouring because I'm one of those people that have a lot of hobbies, and that mainly includes colouring, creating my own art, gaming, and reading books. So I'm always into one or the other, or doing a bunch at the same time. So it just gets very full on. So you can see the bleed through there, which I always find very, very satisfying to look at. And the background was just done with black watercolour paint. And I just, where it's white around the outline of her, I just made sure to not paint that bit to give it that effect of a white outline. But yeah, I was really, really happy with her, like I said, and it really gave me the push to want to start colouring again, or the urge I should say, and it was a really great feeling because it had been a very long time since I coloured from a colouring book until I touched this page. So the next picture I did in here was this one. So this one is called Sparkle Rot, and I have a colour and chat video up on my channel of me doing this picture, except I didn't do the background, so this is what the background turned out to look like. Again, very simple. I had no idea what colours to go with, so I ended up going with like this bluish color, and it was like light and then darker in the corners. So yeah, I thought it was good enough. That's all the bleed through there. And yeah, I was pretty happy with how she turned out. Ever since I saw this picture in this book, I imagined this character having green hair. So yeah, it was really fun to make that come to life. I think I said in my colour and chat video, I did go through some struggles. I wasn't liking my blending because I originally planned on using just Ohuhu markers, but I ended up using Prismacolor pencils over the top to shade more of her hair because I wasn't happy with it. But yeah, I don't think she's too bad. So that was that picture. So the last picture I did in this book is this one here. This is called Treats. I really, really love how this page turned out. I used Ohuhu markers for the base, and then I went over a lot of it and all the shading you see with Prismacolor pencils. yeah, this one I wanted to challenge myself and do um, a picture that has more of a background, and I was pretty happy with how it turned out with the colors and everything. I was actually really surprised and uh yeah, really happy with it. And because the number of the house is 13, which is meant to be like a bad luck number or like an evil number or something like that, I just instantly imagine the door being red, like I don't know, like an evil door or like another realm or something. I don't know. I just got thinking and thought of a red door, and then I got kind of scared that it took away too much of from the picture, like the focus was the door too much. But I am happy at the end of the day that I did go with that, because I feel like it really made the girl stand out. So that's this one. And I was really happy with my grass because I had never done it like that before, and I don't think I've really ever coloured grass. So I was quite happy with how it looked like individual blades of grass, and I tried to play on the lighting from the window and everything. So that was this one. And from like the first picture and the second picture, I gave a kind of grey toned skin. I just really love that for these characters, but I really want to do other skin tones in the Misfit books. So that's all I did in Misfits, a Halloween colouring book. The next book is Misfits, a Unicorn colouring book for adults and magical children. It's volume number 7. So I did one in this one this month. I did this one. It's more of a simple page. This one is called Just a Unicorn, and I had this idea of really wanting to blend like 2 colours together, which I was thinking of purple and blue. So that's why I mainly wanted to do this one, and I was really happy with how it turned out. And the background is soft pastels, so that's what I did there. The unicorn itself is with Ohuhu markers. You can see there where I've applied them. And then one of my favourite things to do in the unicorn one is to add stickles where the horn is. So that's the stickles there. And yeah, this one was a very quick, fun, simple page to do. And that is the next book that I coloured from. The next colouring book is Horrorland by A.M. Shah, and this is a new book I got this month, which I will be doing a May colouring book haul video soon. Hopefully I can film that after this or tomorrow. So this was a colour along on the channel. I did this page, and I was very happy with how it turned out. I had the colour scheme in my head and decided to do this. So it is based with Ohuhu markers again, and has Prismacolor pencils over the top, and I did use a white jelly roll for highlights. Any white highlights is a white jelly roll or a Posca pen. But yeah, this one was really fun to do as well, and it was really nice to film a colour in chat, a colour along. So that was this one, and it's also very fun as soon as you get a new colouring book to colour from it. I just feel like you're just so super excited to have it. So I usually film a flip through, so then no pages are coloured, and then I'll upload that when I can, and then if I feel like colouring from it, I go through and colour it. So this one here, my next one is from Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. This is one of my favourite books, all-time favourite from Hannah Carlson is Magical Dawn. And this was actually one that I started last month. But yeah, I coloured the pictures that I had just shown you, and then I came back to this one to finish it off. So I did this page here. It's like a shell with crystals. The first thing I coloured were the purple crystals. I just knew I wanted them purple, and I really love how they turned out. I think it looks quite pretty. The trouble I had with this one was the background. But yeah, everything is coloured in Prismacolor pencils, and I used a white Posca pen and Jelly Roll for the highlights, and the background was originally just a pink soft pastel, and I didn't like how it looked. I feel like it really took away from how I coloured the piece. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure I took a picture of it before I changed the background. So if I did, I will put a picture up so you can see what it had looked like. And yeah, then I went in with my watercolor paints and used like purpley pinks and this blue color to get this kind of background. And I did like it a lot more. It did go through to the other side. I did use so much water, and I think because I had the soft pastel there originally too, which I don't mind because if I can cover it up, I really don't mind. And as you see, I got some here, and like in the crack, like the spine bit of the book, it's kind of in there a little bit. But yeah, I really don't mind that because I really loved the result of this compared to what I originally did. So that's that one. The next book I coloured from was Goddess and Mythology by Selena Fennick. This book I've owned for a while and I just hadn't touched it, but there was one picture that I always had imagined something for, or like envisioned something for when I coloured in this, so that's the picture I did. And I also wanted to colour from books that I had already owned because I did order so many new books this month. So yeah, I was trying to at least colour one page in books I already had owned that I haven't touched yet. So I decided to do that picture, and I did this one here. So this one is called Coventina, and this page, I am really happy with how it turned out. I am really happy that I challenged myself with this too, because I am quite scared to colour in people. But this page, my main thing that I imagined was her having black hair, and the biggest thing was having the water be blood. And it's funny because down here it says about the different goddesses and everything, and it says a Roman British goddess of wells and springs, she holds a magical chalice of healing. So I found that kind of funny because she seems quite innocent and sweet, and just, yeah, I feel like I did the opposite by making the water blood. This one was an Ohuhu marker base with Prismacolor pencils over the top, and I actually used where the silver is that's shining there, and on her dress, that is a Pentel Hybrid dual metallic pen. And yeah, that was really fun because I've saw so many different colorists use that, so I'm like, I had to get a silver and gold one. And for the cup, I used these here, the Pearl Colors Caliro. I used this gold one here, and I got this, I've probably had it for over a year, maybe even 2 years, but I had never used it because they're so sacred to me, and they were really expensive because I live in Australia, so I feel like these were pretty hard to get and quite expensive, so I want to just use them rarely. But I used them on this cup, and I'm really happy with that effect. I'm really happy with the girl, and for these flowers I used a white Posca pen for the outlines, and please don't ask me how they're not stained in blood and they're white. I have no idea, but yeah, that was this page. So the next book I have here is A Million Cats by Lulu Mayo. I really love the A Million Bears book, and I just hadn't coloured in this, so this is why I was like, I'm going to just choose a picture and colour from this book. So I did this page here, and I am really happy with how this turned out. I just selected this page, had no idea what colors I wanted to use, and then this is what came out. I originally colored the background pink with Derwent watercolor pencils, and same down here I used Derwent watercolor pencils, and then I wasn't happy with it. I will insert what the background originally looked like, and this is what I changed it to. I blacked it out, which is my go-to when I don't like a background, because I just wasn't happy with it, and because I decided to add purples and like these cream tones, I just didn't like how it looked with the pink, because if anything I should have made the background purple. But yeah, I'm really happy with it blacked out, and I just added white dots in Posca pen, and it's kind of a random background for this page. Like, it kind of looks like a night sky, and this cat's just, I don't know, I feel like it was just a very random background, but I feel like it works and I love it a lot more, so that's all that matters. I feel like it makes the colors pop no matter what anyway. So yeah, very happy with this page. No bleed through except for this little speck there, which I don't mind. I used stickles on the little bell here, and I coloured it with Prismacolor pencils. And to black out the background, I had actually ordered a black Posca pen, so yeah, which is because I like to black out backgrounds a lot, so I finally got one of those because I feel like it's a bit easier than always getting the watercolor paint out. So that's from A Million Cats. The next book I got, I was so excited to get. It was one that I ordered and it came the very next day, is the Creative Haven Model Tattoo Designs coloring book. And this is by Eric Ciuda. See it there? So I'm not too sure how to pronounce that. But yeah, this has very fun, simple tattoo designs. And one that I really wanted to color in here was this one. I wanted to do an American traditional colored panther. Try to turn this around. So this was done just with Ohuhu markers, and the only different thing that I used is white Posca pen for the highlights on the eyes. But besides that, this is all alcohol markers, which you can see there, which it looks so satisfying. But yeah, I was really happy with how this turned out. I think I did capture the American traditional look with the colors I used, which was my goal, and this was just so fun to do. I remember I sat in bed with my markers and just spent the whole time coloring this, and I even watched some movies, and it was just a lot of fun. So that was this picture. Can't wait to do some more from this book. The next book I got, another new one, is Horrors from the Crypt by Trixia Hannah A. Ocampo. And yeah, this one's like a fun doodly book, and it's a plus for me because it's horror. So that's a bonus. And yeah, just really fun doodly images that I can just see a bunch of color schemes for. So one that I did was this one. I had a lot of fun doing this one. I started from the center where this girl is and did these bits here, and then I kind of was blank of what colors to use because I started freaking out. Like, I used grays and reds and I wanted to keep it like that, but I didn't know if it was taking away and making everything blend together kind of thing. But I'm really happy I stuck to it. I kind of really like this, and this is the cover picture. So mine is very different. I really love how these bottles in the corner turned out. They were really fun. And just the picture overall. So this was all done in Ohuhu markers. And I used a white jelly roll for the highlights everywhere, and tried to make it look like he had saliva on his mouth on some of the creatures. And yeah, white jelly roll for the highlights on the bottles. So that was this one. The next book I coloured from was Morphia. So I did this page here, the pumpkin page, and I used dough and Inktense for this page. I am super happy with how it turned out. There's actually a video, it's a colour along of this page if you would like to go and watch that so you can see how I did it. So yeah, this is all dough and Inktense. I used a bit of Prismacolor on this boat and the little gnome down here, a white jelly roll for all the little highlights. And yeah, I was really happy with this one. If you guys saw that video, you would have seen that I was very excited to finally own dough and Inktense pencils, and that I had not wanted to colour from this book, Morphia, that I've had for years as well until I got them, because I just specifically wanted to use dough and Inktense pencils in this book. So this one was really fun, and there was no bleed through on the other side. So yeah, really fun. I can't wait to do more with dough and Inktense, and I just am really happy with how this page came out. The next book I coloured from was Jewelry Box by Hannah Carlson. This book was another one that I have owned but haven't coloured a page in yet, so I'm like, it's about time. And I'm so glad I did, because I'm really happy with how it turned out. So I did this page. So it's like this fruit with crystals coming out of it, and I really just surprisingly didn't think of a colour scheme. I just started colouring the leaves and like the branches, and then I decided I wanted the fruit to kind of almost look like peaches, like the colours that I decided to use. And then I wasn't sure if I wanted to use to make the crystals yellow or white, but because I knew I might have made the background yellow. So this is all coloured with Prismacolor pencils, and then the crystals are outlined with a white Posca pen, and then the background that's all yellow I used dough and Inktense, and I really love how the background turned out. I want to do more simple backgrounds like this with dough and Inktense because it just pops so much. It's so vibrant, and I feel like it really helped finish off the piece. There's a little caterpillar. He's kind of blending in with the leaf here. But yeah, even my fruit that I coloured, I was just selected 3 different Prismacolor pencils and just went straight for it as I was watching YouTube. And I'm actually really surprised because I am so happy with the colours I chose, and I just really love it. This one was really fun. And again, there's no bleed through or anything on the other side with the dough and Inktense. So yeah, I'm really loving them so far. So that was this piece. And now we come to my last colouring book that I coloured from, which is a new one. It is called Fashion Colouring Book for Girls. And this is by Lauren Roller. And even though it does say colouring book for girls, obviously it's for anyone to colour in it. It doesn't have to be just strictly for girls. It even says 4 to 8 plus, I'm assuming, but I don't care. I just found this really cute. It's a really cute chibi book. It has like, I think it has 400 pages. Yes, there's 400 pages, but that means there's 200 chibi girls to colour. So the first one I did in here was this one. She turned out really cute, but I had a lot of struggles and obstacles with this piece. So originally I just wanted to use my Ohuhu markers, which I did base it with, but as you can see from the back, my problem was that her skin and hair like completely blended together, and I thought it looked terrible, and I thought I ruined the page, and I was really worried because this book is so cute. And I don't know why I completely forgot that I love using pencils over the top of alcohol markers. So once I colored the rest of her in, I remembered, luckily, and grabbed my Prismacolor pencils, and then I colored her skin in the shade that you see here, and used another pencil to like darken her hair a bit more, so there was, you know, the different contrast from her skin and hair, and that really helped fix the picture. I really love how she looks now. She's super cute, and the background was originally soft pastel, and I didn't like how it looked because I could see the scratchy bits, because I didn't use a Stanley knife or anything to like cut like the powdery bits of the soft pastel. So yeah, I directly applied it to the paper. So I went over it with Prismacolor pencils a little bit, which I feel like blended it out a little bit. So basically I love the girl, but I'm not too happy with the background. And yeah, all the white highlights are white Jelly Roll. So yeah, that was that one. And because I was so happy to finally have this book, I actually have my last two pictures in here as well. So the next one I did was this one. And this is probably my favorite I did in this book, to be honest. I just really love how she came out. I just used Ohuhu markers for her, which was my original plan with the first picture I did in this book. So because I actually stuck to that, I was really happy with it. And all the white is white Jelly Rolls, same with these little dots I put on her scarf, which I'm really happy with. So yeah, she was really cute, and a lot of there's some images in here that have backgrounds like this, but then, you know, a lot are more simple. So for the simple ones, I just wanted to give it a simple background, so I drew this like rectangle shape and made it pink for her. Yeah, which I just feel like makes the finished picture pop, like just having some kind of background, even if it is really simple like this. It's just color to make her stand out. So yeah, that's what I did. And the very last page that I did for the month was this one. So it's this really cute girl with a little bunny hoodie. And yeah, this was another one. I was kind of just sitting in bed and felt like coloring, and this one's really simple and fun and easy to color, so I did her. She was all in Ohuhu markers as well, and white Jelly Roll to do the highlights. And yeah, I decided to give her a brownish colored background. I didn't want to make it pink or anything to blend in with the bunny. But because I used bits of brown throughout the piece, I thought that it could work and make it pop and not look ugly. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like it works really well. And I almost forgot, same with my other piece, but on her little hair accessory, I used the Arteza glitter gel pen. So use that. That was another new supply that I bought, and I used it for her shoes as well. So yeah, that is every single picture I colored this month. So I actually have a bonus page, because if I have any whips at the end of the month that, you know, I obviously didn't finish, I plan on showing those towards the end of the video. So I do have just one whip, which is from Morphia. So after I did the pumpkin page, and I was just so happy I had my dough and Inktense, I went to the beginning of the book here and used dough and Inktense here for the illustrated page, and I'm going to use the same colours I used here on this one. So it's not finished, but I love the colours I used so far. It's one of my favourite colours to use for like flower pictures and, you know, branches and mushrooms and like foresty, fantasy foresty like colors, I guess, or pictures. I love to use colors like these to make it all, you know, greeny browns. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it's looking so far, so you might see this in my next month's video. So that is all that I did for this month. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Again, my favorite videos to film every single month, and I cannot wait to watch other people's videos for the month and see what everyone else colored. It's so exciting. And if there's any books that you liked out of my new books, then there will be flip throughs on my channel, even if they're not up yet. I am working on it and they should be up, so if you want to check those out. Again, thank you everyone so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what your favorite piece was that I did. I am very happy with a lot of the works that I did. I don't think I dislike any of them. There was just some obstacles along the way. But yeah, I am very proud of myself this month. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.